almost ready. Give me 1 second. Or a couple seconds, really. Grabbing the links. We almost ready. Just sharing the links before I start. Yo, what's up, guy rookie? Okay, this is the last. Okay, this is the last link. I'm posting on Facebook too. All right. All right. We are set. All right. A lot of windows open. YouTube, Twitch, and Phantom Dust. All right. Let's minimize this. That way I can see everything. All right. So I'm gonna start this off. We are going to check every stage. We're going to check the graphics on every stage. Yes. All right. Let's start off with Palace. Made a lot of changes here. See, everything looks more vivid or saturated, but not too saturated. As far as the tiles, that's as close to realism as I can make them look without making the image too sharp. Small details on the boxes. I kind of just darkened the edges of them because there was a little light. Also, this is in first person mode. I've put it in first person mode. Small changes to the capsules too. See, there's more of a shadow now to try to give it that cinematic realism. Although I do like the original art style of the game. Just wanted to make a little change. What type of face is that? That looks like a face a little bit. lot of changes, especially to the Skybox, because I watched Afton's YouTube, the recent one he posted, and everything just looked like lava, like hot red, oversaturated. So I made some more changes to try to keep some saturation, but not make it crazy. Because the light source that I put in, or not put in, but the light source that I was trying to add onto every specific color affects everything. So if I put a light source on blue, it'll affect some of the blue too, and vice versa with red, yellow, green, all that other stuff. Even got a little reflective. If you notice when I turn, you'll see a small reflection on this glass over here. Given the glass is a reflective panel. Light source, it's more vivid. Clouds still look good in the the way that they made it. Even the benches. You can see the rust on them. I just realized I don't think I have the my mic on in it for the actual thing. There we go. We got to turn the mic on for the Discord. It's on now though. Alright, back to the game. Alright, let's just run around here real quick. Try to look at everything in the scope. And then I'll go up to the top of the bridge and just pan around. I think the most saturated color that I tried to adjust like constantly was the reds, because there's like, I swear there's like 4 different shades of red, and it is kind of hard to tell which one I'm modifying, but I think I did a good job. And for all of our new Phantom Dust players and newcomers and old players who just like resurfaced, I've been working on these graphics for quite a while. This is probably the 4th time I've adjusted them. They're all over my Twitch. But I think this one is probably my favorite one. I believe this is Noble Palace. Back up a little bit. Oh, let me go to the middle bridge. Once I show that part, I'll go to every other variation of Palace, but I'll just run through them. And the changes that y'all see will still be there. And I actually took inspirations from Skyrim's modding on how they be doing their mods and graphic updates and photorealism and all that type of stuff. But this tree still looks good. Try to increase the moss saturation on that green so it can look more mossy. Yes, we're open. This place is shut down. graphic overhaul doesn't just apply to the stages. Y'all notice it applies to characters also. Skills, orbs, all that stuff. I'll probably show off the characters separate in another stream. Alright, let's move on to the next map. You go ahead and change it. Alright, so we are on Lost Palace right now. The next palace is Highway. Oh, sorry, not Highway, Light Palace. I was thinking of Lightning Highway, but yeah, it's Light Palace is the next one. So, I'm gonna go ahead and change that. We're gonna leave. Nice. How big are the new textures? The new textures are not that big. I think they're probably around like, I want to say like 2 megabytes. I mean, some textures start off pretty big, like 5 megabytes. I know it might not sound like a lot, but as long as they don't reach nothing crazy like 20 something megabytes to like freaking gigabytes, then we good. Because again, the inspiration is coming from how Skyrim did their modding with their graphics are insane. Like, sheesh, that's too much. Gigabytes, that's crazy. So yeah, we're gonna go to the next version of Palace. I know it still says Palace because, you know, this is a campaign Palace, but it'll be a different version of Palace, trust me. Alright. Right now we are on Light Palace. These are also multiplayer maps, but you know, I have them in campaign as well. This one's more green, more swampish. And again, I'm probably just gonna run through these. Like, after I introduce like everything on the first version of that map, every variation of the map, I'll just literally run around so you can see like, you know, how the things look different. The sky is more yellowish now. Because I remember on the original, I wish I could do like a side-by-side comparison. I'll probably make a video of that. The original version of, let me turn my alarm off. Sorry about that. The original version of Light Palace, it was the story art color is more blend, because you know of the setting, but the sky was more like a, I want to say like a very light, less saturated yellowish tint. So I just made it more yellow, more ominous, and I put like a greenish tint. I kind of just went off the tints that already existed and, you know, played around with them, add like shadows and, you know, more saturation. This whole area just looks really greenish. But the Skybox was the biggest project doing all this. Definitely was. We just gotta see the back of the tree. Then we'll move on to the next version of Palace. Can't really see that moss from earlier though. Well, you can. Yes, you can. Alright, let's look at it from this point of view. Then we'll go on to the next version of Palace. bit of red. First person, yes. I created a first person mode a while back for this. Well, specifically for this, I tried to play on first person and it was a little too real. I had a haptic VR, not VR, haptic, what's the vest called? A Woozer vest. So everything felt more immersive. I was trying to get that full immersion, just, realism. But alright, we have completed Light Palace. Let me see, the next version of Palace is, let me see here, Noble Palace. So we'll be going to that version next. I saw the 44-minute video, it was amazing. I appreciate it, bro. I try to make lesser videos and, not lesser. I'll make the time more, more shorter. 'Cause I know nobody really has time to sit through a 44-minute video, so the fact that you did, I really appreciate that. I try to make them more short so people can like get to exactly what they want to see. Noble Palace, that's the next one we're going to. Noble Palace. So let's go ahead and set that up. And when we leave here, we will go to Noble Palace. I never knew about this game earlier. This game is pretty cool. This is still my favorite game from the original Xbox. I had this and Halo. No, I had 3 games. I had Phantom Dust. Oh, in order, I had Halo, Phantom Dust, and Def Jam 5 from New York. Those were my favorite 3 games. I constantly played like over and over. It is a really cool concept. It definitely is. We are on Noble Palace. Now this is where I have issues with the red before, because on Sign or the Ruins, that red was extremely bloody, and this is as less bloody as I can make it. I mean, I could make it less saturated, but this is just my taste. The oversaturation of the Skybox and Palace, the red particularly, because this same shader, the shadow, the shader, the light source is also being applied in the Ruins, or Scene, CN, however people want to pronounce it, Sign. Everything still feels dark, ominous, deserted. You can almost see the reflective in the water right there, just a little bit. As I move forward, you can see a reflection of something move. Give me 1 second while I open up YouTube. I'm in the Discord, but I'm gonna leave there and just watch here. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Nice. That way I can see both chats. There we go. Alright. That saturated red sky looks sick. Right on, bro. I appreciate that. But again, that's my personal taste. I know some people might not like the oversaturated skyboxes. Sometimes it's too bright, and my recent streams, it was oversaturated. Like this type of brightness can be seen like down here. Like from this point of view, you can see a little bit how the red is like moving. If you look up in the right corner almost, you can almost see the like the glare or a lens flare, as I would say. You can almost see that as I move. See, it's there, but it's a subtle. You got attention to detail type stuff. If you notice it, you'll notice it. Table in a way. All right, let me run through real quick. Do a full lap, then I'll go to the middle of the tree area and look down. We'll view the back part of the tree, and then we'll go on to highway. Never looked on the inside of this part. We just jump down there. Yeah. Great work, man. I gotta go now. Look forward to your content. Bye. I appreciate you tuning in. Actually, I went the opposite way. I should have went that way over there. See if we can still see that moss. Just barely. To be honest, I don't know. Oh, no, no, I remember. Noble Palace did not have any moss on this side of the tree. I'm definitely going to do a comparison video. But, yeah. Alright, so we went through all variations of palace. I kind of like that. That square of the skybox from this point of view. Next stages we're going to go to is highway. So, I'm going to set that up right now. Spiral highway. That's what the next one we'll go to. I'm setting that up now. Alright. Alright, so big changes here. First off, the skybox. I feel like I actually fixed this one because every time I got on, thanks, I appreciate it, Game Freak. I appreciate the subscription. I really do. I gotta change that like dinosaur animation icon. Haven't got to that part yet, but I'm gonna change it to more Phantom Dust. Like I might create a GIF with like aura particles. I might just take an aura particle that's like appearing, disappearing, vanishing. The whole animation, just slow it down and make it a GIF. That way, that would be more cooler. But yeah, so the skybox on highway was extremely tough because that glare was insane. If you shoot a laser, everything reflects off that laser and it's just too saturated. But which one is this? Spiral Highway. The original Spiral Highway had a light yellowish skybox. It looked just like this. I just added in some red from a sign or ruins and threw a lot of saturation into the yellow. And I think it looks good. I think it looks alright. The whole highway structure, I sharpened the cracks a little bit. I actually drew in a couple of black lines. I'm trying to see if I can see some. Bro, it'll probably be kind of too hard to try to tell. Not like I'm literally looking at it like detail after detail. Yeah, that's probably kind of hard. But if you believe it or not, part of this texture is not a loop. Like this is actually one whole texture. This isn't like a run-on of the same image, just printed over and over. I'm gonna slowly try to walk through the end. Just for this part of the highway. But again, every initial part of the stage, like the original part of the stage that I go through, I'll go through it in detail, and then the other two variations, I'll just run through it. That way this isn't a long video on YouTube and the stream. Oh, also those papers that y'all see flying around, I sharpened that up a bit too. It's only blurred in the very middle of it. So maybe later on after the stream is over, if y'all like slow the, the video down to like 0.25 or something, you'll see the difference I'm talking about. Let's go to the back part. Also, look at that background. It's pretty good, isn't it? That looks amazing. That background looks amazing. Alright. The lights on here. You know what? I did not think of doing this until I just, made this video. I might actually put a light source right here from the red and green light that's obviously off. But nah, then that would signify that something's actually running there. So, it would be kind of cool though. Alright, let's go this way. More of the sharpness and shadows in this part. See the light source? Dark, light. It's pretty cool. I know there was still the shadow effects on the original part of this look like this as well. But adding more color into the cones and saturation just makes them feel, to me, makes it feel more better. I did add a little bit color to the car. The only thing I did change was the broken glass. As you can see, this car, the glass part is really broken. The windshield, that's as close as I can get it to, just to make it look like it was an actual windshield. Because even in a re-release, I believe this whole car was just a gray tint. It was, well, it wasn't. It was like grayish bluish. This whole side of the car was like a tiny bit blue. You can see a little bit of blue tint in there, so I oversaturated both sides. You can see, all right, there we go. If I go behind something, you can almost see like a lens flare. See? There goes the barrier. Alright, let's go like this side. Everything still looks the same over here. I really like the background of here. Give me some ideas for some more videos. So the main problem that most of everybody had with this map is that on certain parts of highway, when you shoot lasers, you can't see because of the light. So I tried to fix that. Laser spam, laser skills in general already have a small part of a light source in it, from what it looks like. Small details. Not sure if yeah, I did. I viewed it from that point of view. There goes highway. Alright, the next version of highway. Now we can run through these. We just did Spiral Highway. The next one on the list is Lightning Highway. Let's do that. also for the campaign. Like this just looks dark. This map was already dark to begin with. Like the presence, like there's a thunderstorm that's about to happen. N37HR is now following. That's what's up. I appreciate the follow. I'm gonna make more content. Definitely gonna make more content. Probably will do like a mod request. Are people able to play your modded version or is it still not ready? To be honest, this actually looks good. Nice, I appreciate it, bro. The modded version that I'm making is still work in progress. I didn't want to like leave a whole link and files to it until it was completely finished. Right now, actually, I haven't even put the update in my Discord yet. I haven't updated it since that last tournament because the tournament was kind of OP. It was a tough one. But then again, playing with just the veterans the whole time, it'll always be tough. L from the Discord sends me thanks. I appreciate it, L. They are awesome. They do have a lot of knowledge too. I really do appreciate that. The campaign is called Battle for Reality. Oh, I'm gonna just run through this. I forgot. The campaign is called Battle for Reality, and it literally takes place after the end of this story mode's campaign. So I highly suggest everybody who's watching this and the newcomers and the people who used to play this just, play through the whole campaign again because that's where it'll pick off. And right now, I have all the story scripts written, like all the changes I plan to make, which is easily, it's really simple. I think I've gotten real good at studying the code and learning how this works to just type it in and paste it down. Like, it's simple to do it. But I want to get everything completely done. All the quests written up. I probably got maybe 50% of them done, like as in the quest, as in the text box and all that. And then there's still the character models because I'm making boss versions of every character, or not boss, sorry, awakened version of every character. As you know, or I don't want to spoil the story mode for anybody. They actually need to just play through it. But for those who have played through it and seen the end, yeah, every character has another story. So instead of just playing it from player, Alpha, Beard, Ice, Silver, all those names, right? His original name is Nanashi. Instead of playing through that character's story, you'll have the option to play through every other character's story. And at the end of their quest, I think, well, I'm still trying to decide if I want to make it 10 or 12 quests because it's a lot of quests for every character. I'll probably do 10 just to be, just so it won't be too overbearing. After you complete their quest on their last quest, you'll verse a crazy version of that character, just like in, the story mode, how the story mode was. And so far, I've showcased Awakened Sama, and he still needs tweak because I still want to make that animation that I put in the video. It's more of his idle animation, but it has its own aura. So you know how when you click on the character and if you get close, you can see the aura on them? That's his aura. Like his aura is completely different from that. And it looks really dope in my opinion. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing with that. But once that is complete, I'll probably do another screen sharing and stream, and I'll like play through the first quest of it, and then I'll just go in the chat and be like, if you think this is good enough, then I'll drop the link below. Cause yeah, there will be bugs, and I want to get all that stuff out before I actually put it out. That way there won't be a oh, I couldn't get past this because this and that, which I'm pretty sure that will happen. So I want to run through it first just to make sure myself, because right now it's not complete. It's halfway. 50% on the quest, sorry. It's 50% on the quest, not halfway through the whole project. The project is still work in progress. That also includes player spawns too, where the characters will spawn. Okay, we ran through this awesome dark version of Highway. Wait a minute, that was a light too, wasn't it? I just noticed that. Interesting, there's another traffic light. Because this is a highway after all. Nice, that's super exciting. Oh yeah, this is gonna be epic. Alright, let's move on to the next version of Highway. And that version is, we did Lightning Highway. The next one is Sunlight Highway. Alright, setting it up. Alright. Wait a second. Sunlight Highway. I don't think I changed it. Sorry about that. Okay, wait, we did Spiral Highway, and then we did Lightning Highway. So, Sunlight Highway. Make sure I'm doing the right thing. Give me 1 second while I make sure I'm doing this correctly. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. I never made a permanent change. It was only partial. Okay, we're back in business. Oh, sorry. Fast fingers. There we go. Yeah, look at that sky. Look at that sky right there. Beautiful. I really like that sky. That bluish with the clouds. Alright. And this version of was there a modding scene before you started modding, or did you just do this stuff by yourself? There was a, I'm not even gonna call it a modding scene. There was hackers, let's call them hackers, because difference between modding and hacking, you modify certain parts of the game to make sure you get that win and you become OP, you're unbeatable, etc., etc. You're basically cheating so you can win against everybody. Modding, you can make adjustments to this, and that, and make sure everybody's happy. It doesn't just affect you, it affects everybody else. You're not trying to get an upper hand by modifications. That's what I'm doing. But that's going to go into this question, this answer right here. Back then, I'm gonna walk around while I'm doing it. I got too focused on the conversation. So back then on the OG Xbox, there was a forum, and there was people who modified skills to attack players, and when they get hit by those skills, it will completely lag them out, causing them to lose credits. The other person wins, they gain credits, stuff like that. It was hacking. That's what it was, and there was no mod scene where people would update skills, graphics, animations, none of the stuff that I'm doing now. Campaign, story, player models, all the stuff I'm doing now, there was none of that. Originally, I liked this game so much that, I studied the code on the original Xbox, and I actually have that on my YouTube somewhere too. And I was showcasing how I was doing it, accessing debug, all that other cool stuff. And I asked the community on Facebook and Discord if I should go ahead and just contact Adam as Green and Microsoft with my knowledge and everything I'm capable of doing to see if it's okay to actually mod. And he said yeah, but he gave me, rules. He said everything is good as long as you don't distribute for any, profit, aka sell it. I will not profit off of this. This is all for my own interest. I'm not getting paid to make these videos. I'm not getting paid to mod. And I encourage anybody who see any type of requests to do any modding for any type of currency to report it to me, the community, and we'll get them up out of there, because we're not doing, none of that. This is all for our content and just to make the game more fun. not abusive, not hacker like. And yeah, Adam Isgreen said yes on Discord. He said I cannot profit from it. I cannot do anything piracy like, aka re-uploading the main files to the game. Yes, that's what the piracy is. So I'll never do that. The type of stuff I'm doing and including the programming, the stuff that I'll allow people to use is simply a um, text file or PDF file, as you would put it, that you can literally just be able to copy and paste instead of, downloading assets to the game and all that type of stuff. Like he literally said, don't do that. So yeah, there's other ways, not to sound like I'm still doing that because I'm not, but there's a different method where we don't have to, use those files of the actual game. There's code. You can do this stuff in code. That's what I've been studying on how to do for like 2 years, going on 3 years. And I think I got pretty good at it because I'm able to do as much as I can. When everything's said and done and perfect, well, it won't be perfect, but when everything's said and done, I'm creating a tutorial and I want everybody to just feel comfortable and safe with learning the process. The tutorial would just have in how to add in the actual skills, like the new version of the skills. First person view, Phantom Dust, yes. Yo, what's up? First person
Hello,
Phantom
where's it
Dust.
going?
It's going pretty good. We are on Highway right now, and this is the last version of this part of Highway. I think I ran through it pretty good. And in multiplayer, we'd go Palace, Highway, and then Panorama. So we're about to go to Panorama now. But yeah, to finish answering up that question, I fell off. That was the version of the modding back then. It's completely died out. Nobody's able to do that. Even with my knowledge, that is my alarm going off again. Even with my knowledge, it's not possible because the old update only applies to the old Xbox. So people can exploit the update to try to put in old skills from back then into the re-release to try to attack somebody and lag them out. So that's a good thing. Crazy the amount of players that came into the scene yesterday. Haven't seen the game arrive since the 2000s. Yeah, speaking of the phrase 2000, there's about 2,000 new players, and that is awesome.
Yep, I'm a new player. I
Oh,
love this intro.
nice. That's what's up. That is what's up. We're gonna leave Highway now and go to Panorama. So I'm gonna change that as we speak.
So, from my understanding, a lot of knowledge was stockpiled on Phantom Dusted, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And everything just vanished
Yes.
when the Fire Nation attacked, I
Oh, in the Fire
guess.
Nation. That's exactly what happened. The
Oh fuck! This.
all the knowledge and the website. It was a website. I think it was called X Freaker, something like that. And it had a
Okay.
forum. It had all the good stuff in it, but the forum closed and it changed to
Uh,
Phantom Dust Revived. I think it was like that. But we have the whole Facebook group and everything, and me and a couple veterans, a lot of veterans, maybe like 10 or 15 of them. We've been trying to keep this game alive for like a couple years. And wait, let me go ahead and make the change while I'm talking. For a couple years, and I'm glad we kept on because Nick Robinson, we're grateful that he made that video because that brought in, he basically revived the whole game with that video.
Shout out to Nick. I'm here
Yes,
thanks to him.
yes, dummy.
I'm very
And
thankful because like this is the kind of game I'm searching for.
it's pretty awesome.
Old gritty,
Yes,
old gritty, but just gold.
yes. This is a
Nothing.
platinum game. It needed its own platinum Xbox Platinum Edition. Like you know how Halo had? They had their own case. It was all
Yeah.
platinum. That was their version of platinum back then. This is one of the games that needed that. This should have been Xbox exclusive. Yep, me included. Yesterday, Olive was like, "If you like modding, watch Blaze. So it's cool to know you're live. You're live up to the hype." Yes, I do live up to the hype. This is still one of my favorite games. But we are in Panorama. This one is known as Panorama Earthquake. Um, Let me back up. So I made no changes to the gravel and rocks that's falling. Only thing I did was add in a dark saturation to the floor tiles, the walls. This one was actually pretty easy because some of these assets are the same. Also, this is one of the effects from the first person mode that I had. When the ground shakes, everything else shakes too. Like, that's not me shaking the camera to make it seem realistic and immersive. That's the actual map. So a couple months ago, I'm sorry, y'all gonna have to dig through my YouTube and Twitch. A couple months ago, when I did a stream of the VR, because I had the VR on, I had a haptic feedback vest called Bouger. So the sound would literally come from everywhere that's happening on the map. If I get hit with a skill, I get hit with a fireball, I'll feel it on my chest. It's basically like the movie, I think it was called Ready Up One, Player One Ready Up. It was something like that, but it's like that, and it was pretty cool. But it was insane because maps like this, you feel the vibration, and it's like you're in Phantom Dust. But yeah, so back to the add-on. So I increased the saturation on this. Again, any color I found in the image, I increased the saturation on it so I can see exactly what it was. This was like a table on the original Panorama Earthquake. This was just like gray, but with a dark, very blend taste of green. I oversaturated so it can stick out. Um, these rocks were also sharpened a little bit, just a little bit. I wanted them to stick out as well. There was a trim on here. This trim was actually very, I think, gray. It was gray. It was gray, but I add on most stages you'll see the trims. I add just a little bit of greenish tint to try to make it look more how it would look if it was the building based on the name of the actual map. So let's just go up these steps. Try to walk on. Skybox is a little vivid purple. I did do a little oversaturation there, but only because it's so in the distance. Like we don't have a whole open area, so the saturation isn't popping. It's not like in our face type stuff. Even till now, I don't know what that looks like. It looks better on game than an image file because I can really see how it's meant to be displayed. But right here, it looks like a tiny map of Refinery. That's what I assume that's what that is.
Some lore hidden in those
Yeah,
textures.
I want to make a.
For me, that looks like some kind of
Let's go back.
advert or something. On the second panel there.
Oh yeah. Oh, this
Yeah,
one?
with yeah, this one with the
Like
it's
fireworks?
like a snowman. No, the one below. This one.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, this one.
Yo, why do I think that looks like Yukio? Like it's a little picture of him?
It's like
Bro,
the
that's
Yu-Gi-Oh hieroglyphs that
I'm
they're
gonna
using.
make a whole video of Easter eggs on Phantom Dust. I need to actually, I'm glad I went through this part. We might have found our first Easter egg in Phantom Dust. We don't know for sure, but I'm gonna send
What is
Yukio
it?
a
Because
message.
like there is two characters. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that's
It
awesome.
looks like a snowman in the middle, but I'm not sure it's that.
Oh, you know what? I think I know what you're saying. Yeah, it kind of does. That kind of does. All right, this area,
But
I
yeah,
did
you're
add
the
some.
only one who will have to figure it out.
I add some dark shadow to this part because I want the corners of the building to be more dark to give it like a horror vibe, more
Mm.
ominous. I'm gonna jump to the
Let
lower
me
level
try.
soon. The couches still look like couches. You know, this still looks like your typical $200 couch off of Amazon. You know, might be valued less in these times. Soda machine, the outline, I actually gave the outline to that soda icon. I increased the sharpening on that. It kind of looked the same without the graphic enhancement, but it was more just white and smeared a little bit. That's the same exact one from the other side.
Exactly. Bro, on those couches, you sit in it, you just sink because it's just mold.
Got that memory foam couch over there.
It's just like mushrooms and molds
This light
burning up
source
your.
is
Oh,
as light
nice.
as I can make it. This actually blinked on the original map too, but it was more faded. I tried to make it a little bit light so you can see it from, any point of view. My brain can't handle the fact that this is the original Xbox game. Yes, they did amazing. They did an amazing job. The level designers, the stage designers, the fact that they took their time and created these maps. My hat's off to them, because this is a lot of
Absolutely.
work. These lockers, the detail on it, it's a lot of work.
It's avant-garde,
Yes.
for sure.
You actually look in this locker a little bit, tiny bit. I can't
You
get
see a dead body inside of it. A bully
There,
forgot about the
there
nerds.
is one that would be pretty cool too. That'd be another Easter
Well, you gotta search for it.
egg. All right, we add some saturation to these computer chairs. That way they look more vivid.
Oh,
Computer screens all have the same screen. They did good on that though. This one has the same screen, but the shadow makes it darker on this end. This one's completely off. That's the same one with the shadow screen. Make sure I jump on this correctly. We still got the clock. It says it's 10:10. It stopped at 10:10.
are all the clocks in the game are on 1010?
Nice. Got the elevator, not elevator, just the exit. Still got our rubble here. It would be cool to remove this rubble so players can go from this side to the other side.
Yeah. So my question was, if you didn't hear, are all the clocks in the game set at N1010?
Oh, I have not tested that, or I haven't
Because
checked that. That's a good
because
question
if
though.
it's the case, perhaps we could like track the exact moment the dust.
Oh, bro, you know what? That's crazy. It's exactly 10:10 a.m. right now, EST.
No fucking way.
I'm not bullshitting. Like,
That's oh shit.
bro, let me go back.
That's
Where's the
trippy.
clock
That's
again?
trippy.
This is
There you
not
go.
even a coincidence.
Well,
Bro, that's kind of scary. Hold on, man. Is it
well,
reading off
well,
my real-time clock on my computer?
well, it's 1610 for me, but I'm on Paris time.
That is
Paris, Madrid.
interesting. They're too genius. The last thing I've seen, as in a real-time clock was like in Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
So if they've managed to do that before Pokemon did it, they won. They freaking won. They were definitely ahead of their time. Cause I think I'm gonna screenshot this and see if I can translate that. Google Translate. Oh, there's the Nashi. He's running around.
He's doing his own thing.
Yeah. All right, these boxes look pretty good. A little saturated. If you remember, the original color was like beige, so I did saturate that a little bit.
It
A l-
looks like soggy cardboard.
yes, we want that soggy feel as if the whole place got flooded.
Amazing.
Um,
Well, technically it would be very dry, I guess.
but yeah, that's true. Yo, what's up? Got another box over here. Oh, my bad. Let me go back to the chat. I hope there's so much new hype for this game that it gets a full tournament scene. Oh yes, we are actually discussing tournaments as of yesterday.
I
Nothing
want
is
to see that.
official yet, but we kind of plan on doing a newbie tournament or a newcomer tournament. Like all newcomers, no veterans, because we're considered OP at this point. Yesterday I was doing just full 3v1, so all newcomers can just go ham, practice combos, learn skills, learn synergy basically, because in tag that's really what you need is synergy. You need to be able to combo with your partner, team up, do pickups, etc. All that good stuff.
Oh, I see.
And
There's so many mechanics that needs to be figured out by new players.
oh
Like
yes.
like from the little that I've seen, there is some kind of okizeme game, because you can like go
Once they're not invincible anymore, you can.
yeah,
use
and if you time that well, you just lock them.
Oh yeah.
Just stun lock, which is it's kind of tricky, but if you figure that out, I guess you could like do a massive damage input.
Nice. That is
And
true.
that's just like from my little experience in the game, which is literally just 3 hours of playing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that. And after the
I've heard that
tournament,
there was like ledge cancel for blade moves.
oh yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it's called. We call that sword faking. Those type of
Amazing.
skills or strategies and experience, you need a little experience, like just playing around till you get it down pat. Those can be real helpful. We call those fake outs. You can basically fake out, well, specific skills. After this whole stream is over, I'll probably host the 3v1s again, and I'll do more advanced strategies.
Oh
This
yeah,
time,
I'm all
I
for
will
it. I'm
wreck
all
you in
for it.
3v1s. Just watch it.
Nice. All right, we're gonna go to the next version of Panorama. Since we went through this one, now I'll just run through. Yo, let me get in on that tournament. I'm from fighting games. Wake up attacks on my gym. I feel you. From that Street Fighter era, Marvel
The
versus Capcom
the
era.
OK, you gonna meaty them?
Yes.
Meaty them, boy.
There's a lot of meaty moves in this game.
Absolutely. But oh my god, I want to, if there is something that I want to figure out, not by my own, but like help, is like the frame data of those attacks. Because I think like startup is very important.
Yes.
Startup frame is very important. You need like to have like just an exact number on that startup could help people just because like the little amount of information that the game gives you, which is just cost, number of views, and range, is like so little
Yes.
to,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Especially like shields. Some
yeah,
shields
sure,
can block melee and some can't, and it doesn't even say it.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I want to
That's
go over
what,
too, because a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
us are a lot of the veterans are doing like just training with people. I try to do like just a bunch at once. So like the 3v1 scenarios is good because people can see me do all this stuff towards other people and they're like, how the heck did he just do that? And then like during the fight, I'll be like, I just did this by doing this and this. At the start of the fight, you want to always pick up your aura capsules because you need aura to be able to use skills. Well, let me say this detail real quick. So oh, wait, let me back up again. This version of Panorama is called Building. The one we went to before was called Panorama Earthquake. This is Panorama Building. The skybox is completely white. I kind of like that. And I added a light source on top of the countertop.
Oh, that's nice.
Ah.
That probably sticks out
You
just a
get
tiny
so
bit.
deep into the code that you can
Yeah,
do that.
that's
Years of
another way.
studying. Years of studying
That's
this
not.
specific game and Xbox, how Xbox games work. Cause
Yeah.
I low key wanna
Life's
get
work
on a
right
team
here.
and try to like, pray that they hire me and I can add in like all type of stuff, or just give him like what I know how to do beforehand.
Dude, you becoming. Oh, imagine if they actually. I mean, they talked about a sequel or like that they want to do it, but probably can or whatever. But like,
Yukio
imagine if
had
that would
high hopes
happen.
of that. Like he's really
Yeah.
persistent in that. Like he has ideas. He hasn't given up on it at all. The petition
Yeah.
we have signed as of yesterday, a few of us signed it. And as it kept increasing, I'm pretty sure it's around the 2,500 mark out of 5,000. So that's pretty
Bro.
good. We get 5,000, we can pick it
Microsoft.
up by the news, and they can like try this again because again, he's a genius at making video games. Like there's no doubt, there's no argument on that. And
Yeah.
he did so good with this game that humans couldn't
Yeah.
comprehend this at its time.
Actually, that's actually true. Like I talked to this other guy. He used to play this game on release. Apparently, he bought it like on release on Xbox, and he said stuff like just like environment that was destructible and stuff. That was like not really a normal thing at all, and they just casually implemented it. It doesn't lag, and it has actually gameplay features too. Like, this
Yes.
is
Microsoft,
crazy.
shut up and get my money. I want a sequel
Be
to this
like that
game.
scene on Futurama. Shut up and take my money.
Absolutely no,
That
dude.
gif.
Literally, so there is a bug. I don't know if someone ever had it, but like there is DLC skills that you're able to have once per day, right?
Yes.
And there is also a shortcut to that where you can buy all the 55 skills by dropping $5. My online store is empty. I cannot even give my money to Microsoft.
You're probably
Oh
region locked.
dang.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was just about to
Am
say
I
that.
region locked?
They shouldn't have region locked in this game, considering
I'm
they wanted to,
so I'm
branch
European.
out.
I'm European, so
Mm,
I don't know if it's something that could be region locked.
it's just all I can say with the Microsoft Store. I had multiple issues with a lot of online friends of region lock. For example, I can play Fantasy Star Online 2, but in Switzerland you cannot buy the whatever specials that, like some kind of battle pass or whatever it was.
No
Like I
fucking
was
way.
able to buy the game and everything, but that one thing in the shop was region locked. Just that one thing randomly.
Dang. Oh,
What
would you
the?
rather want a sequel or a remake? To be honest, a we already have a remake or re-release, which would be this game. So as far as this game, I just think they just need to implement a customizable character creation. Not as in actual creating a new character, but
Oh,
just this is a
yeah.
really simple tool that every game will use, and it just drives the customization infinitely. Just a character swap where you can swap out the head model, the outfit model, and the shoes model, and then just swap out the color palettes, like just character customization
Yeah.
or a color customization, and maybe more arsenal selections for our multiplayer use. Because right now in campaign, I've put a patch on it where there can be 32 arsenals, but not in multiplayer. It doesn't work for multiplayer for some reason. I haven't figured that out. But
How
we need
much
more arsenals.
Arsenal case?
You can
How
have
much
a
Arsenal
total
case?
of 16 arsenals in multiplayer and 16 arsenals in campaign.
Ah, I see. Is it some kind of memory problem? I guess.
It's a memory problem and a code problem. Like
Ah, I see.
usually, if you over, how do I put this?
Yeah.
You don't want to make sure the size value is higher than the actual size limit in the game. Otherwise, it'll just crash.
Yep.
So I tested that theory out. It works splendid in campaign. I had 32 arsenals. I have it in my Discord somewhere too. When I tried it in
I see.
multiplayer, it gave me duplicates of arsenals that I
Well, I'm gonna
already
be right back.
have.
I'm gonna have to help someone.
No problem.
Alright.
It gave me duplicates of arsenals that I already had, and it would say I had 0 skills in the arsenal, but have like 50 out of 30. I was like, nope, we're gonna scrap that idea because it's going crazy right now. It didn't work like that. The next part of Panorama, as you all know, there's like just 2 Panorama stages to choose from in multiplayer. But in campaign, you fight a boss. That level is actually called Panorama Boss. So we're gonna check that stage out too. I might fall through the floor on first attempt. Let's see. If I start falling infinitely, then okay, I'm good. The player will actually fall infinitely. You see, they're falling because there is no spawns out there.
Oh.
Because those parts, ah, crap. Okay, I got another idea. I'm gonna start it up, but I'm going to hover around the camera. Let's see if this works. Ah, it doesn't give me that option. Crap. Well, I'm just gonna run through it as quick as possible. Because as long as when this health dies, he's out. That's all you get. That's all I got. Let me go to the chat real quick. So you will want to take a Rainbow Six Siege sort of approach when you're keeping updating the same game, and have new options to choose from instead of a new game every few years. Oh, no, no, no. We definitely want a new game as well. This is just my opinion. This game is pretty good. If they make a remake or a sequel, I think we should still keep this one, and then they make a new one, and then just slowly update the new one. That way, everybody who's still here, they can still practice their stuff and then merge onto a new game without losing any of the mechanics of the old game. That way, they won't be too overcumbered with, oh, I just learned how to do this, and then they're already doing this, type stuff. Then again, it really take like a year or two for a game to be developed. So by that time, that would be kind of cool. Hopefully, they keep the same game mechanics, like the same battle style,
Yeah, it's so fun.
the same
So
controller
fun.
scheme. Because imagine, I'm gonna use Halo as an example. If anybody played Halo who's watching this, like the Halo series, Halo 4, Halo Reach, that type of stuff, and then as soon as they made a new Halo, Halo 5, I think it's called Guardians or something like that, the Forge mode controls was completely different. And the people who used to make maps and all that cool stuff completely stopped because they changed it, and it was completely difficult. I said completely like 5 times. It was it was difficult to make a map again. Like even me, I made several maps, and then after that, it
Just
was
because
like,
the control changed?
yeah, it wasn't simple no more. You couldn't just up, left, down, right. Use the left stick to move the piece. Use the right stick to turn it. They had all this stuff where you had to hold two buttons and then use the analog stick, two turbo buttons. Like it was so crazy. But keep the infinite money glitch. Yes. Speaking of money
Uh,
glitch, I actually have credits available. I already got the 99 max ready. So after the stream, I'll just host a lobby with trades up, and if people want credits, they can put up a skill for an infinite amount, and then I'll just trade that one skill for it, and they can go buy up the shop.
yeah. I got that already. Someone else hooked me up already. It works great.
Nice. So we went through
Um,
Panorama Boss. That was called Panorama Boss. Um, Maybe in a different version of campaign, I could show it off more, but as long as the character keeps falling, it'll say end. So I have to patch that and just remove, well, not move, but change the character spawn to where we both spawn in the same spot so I can really show you. We went through Panorama Boss. The next stage would be, let's see, the Palace, Highway, Panorama, City. So we'll
Hello.
go to Dawn City.
well,
So let's do that. Dawn City. Yeah, somebody hooked me up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's start this. All right, we're ready. And I still can't find the skills I want. It be like that. You gotta take some time and just experiment like with what works for you. City. It takes a while building an arsenal. I always build 3 schools because it's more opportunity, more combos, but at
you
the
know
cost
something
of
I was
ore. Yes.
You know something I wanted to ask? Do the tournament rules, are they gonna be like you can do 2 or 3, or is it balanced now?
Oh,
Or
actually, since it still hasn't been decided exactly what type of tournament, only thing I know is that it'll be a newcomer tournament. There is, that is interesting. They have lockers on this part. But the previous tournaments, hello Switch C4, appreciate you. The previous tournaments have all been, you can pick any type of arsenal you have, 3 school, 1 school, 2 school, and then they had specific rules like, let me name one. Oh, like if you lag out during a match, you have the option to redo the match if everybody stops fighting after that person lags out. If they continue fighting for like a couple of seconds or whatever, then it'll count as is, like something like that. But it will be up to the players, all 4 of the players in that tag match or BR, to decide if they want to redo that or stick with the outcome, like something like that. When they do actually get a tournament up and running, then they'll post it on the Facebook group page and Discord as well. And then there's also commentators. They got like all type of stuff. It's gonna be real cool, but it's something to look forward to. After the stream, I'll just hop on Discord and see if I can find out more and ask the person who has, excuse me, more knowledge on it. Thank you, Switch C4, for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Makes me want to do these videos even more. But the person in Discord, I'll ask them with an infinite detail so that they can really give us the 411. This is just off of what I've seen and what we've talked about so far. A whole like day has went by, so it's probably more updates. But okay, so to this level, we are on Dawn City, and the skybox looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I love the skybox. It looks good. The previous
Enjoying
color
it.
was, I think, gray. It was more gray. It was completely gray. It looked more cloudy. I tried to add in like a little bit of, I want to say peach to try to give it like a sunny slash you don't know what time it is effect. It says, hello, just got done watching a video about this game. Looks amazing. Okay, just ask me on the Discord what you want to do. I got you. As you can see, the lifts, they're more saturated. Um, Previously, you can just see straight through the lift. It had purple, like a purple tint. I've edited the gravity lifts in the past. I friend requested you yesterday. I got you, buddy. I'm gonna accept that friend request. Let me see if I can do that right now. Let's see. How do I go to home? Friends? Pending. Oh, okay. I think I accepted it. Yeah, I accepted it. Okay. Let's go back to the lobby. All right. We're back on this. I think we're back on this. Yep. Okay. So now I'm back to the game. Okay. All right. Of course, I did a big saturation on every sign, which is pretty easy because once you hit one color saturation, it affects like everything. The saturation on the side of the building was more to enhance the shadow so it can really look like there's a shadow effect going on. And there's still a light source. It's reflective, as you can see. So if I look down, you can see it on there. As I move, you still see the same thing. Oversaturated, it's just my personal taste. Let's try not to fall. Damn it, fell anyway. The skybox is entire. The bottom part has always been like this, just not vivid, you know? Add a color saturation too, so you can tell the difference between what the bottom looks like and what the sky looks like. Let's try to cross this again without falling. Alright. And could you believe it or not, the saturation even affected the screen right here. So cool that they have this. Ah, that's what's up. Saturation and gravity looks pretty cool to me. Did a sharpness on the outside liner of the lights. I don't think it's that subtle though. I can't really tell, but it's there. It's there. Spent 20 minutes on it, so it's there. Alright, let's keep going. The geisha sign, it's a little saturated as well. I think this was all white, but the text, like this pink part, that was still there. That was actually pink in the original Dawn City. This text at the bottom was actually very, very, very dark purple. Again, if I find any color, I saturate it so that pops so you can see it. Wonder who this happy birthday is for. I don't remember this hole being here. I think Nanashi must have jumped on it. Yeah, he's doing stuff. Okay. Bridge is the same, saturated. So are the signs. The reflection looks pretty cool right there. There was reflection before too, but reflected off the skybox. Okay, you can almost see it on this one, the sharpness. Still vivid. Letters pop on this part. We got like a neon, we got like a cyberpunk theme going on here. Yeah. Alright, so now we done went through Dawn City and the small changes that were made. We can run through the next two. Alright, let's see here. Let me look at my list. The next version of City is Dust City. Let's go ahead and change that. Alright. This game actually was ahead of its time. I couldn't imagine an original Xbox game during destruction environments. I agree. I strongly agree. Because of that, that's what made this game stand out.
But why did it fall so far under the radar? That's so weird to me.
It's because of the, I want to say the sales numbers. Praying I don't get in trouble for saying that. Because it's kind of, it's already news. It's facts. In Japan, it didn't sell as much as Microsoft wanted it to. So when they, they stopped, that's when that happened. But you can't, I honestly think you can't really project sales onto how good the game will do. It's really based on the fan base. From my opinion.
I don't know, I heard that Psychonauts came out like in the same month and they've been pushing that game instead.
Oh yeah?
Something like that, yeah. Somebody said that it was shit before. I don't know how true that is, but...
That could be. That definitely could be. That city looks pretty cool. The background is just a little bit darker. It was like this in the original part too. Skybox is what it is. Still got some saturation in the colors, just not too vivid. I don't know if anybody noticed this, but the reason I saturated this wall here, so you can literally tell that there's a whole different part of a ground upside down. Some people pay attention to detail like really good, and they know that both of those are phone booths. This whole place is like a street, just everywhere. On the buildings, the ground is on the building basically. There's a manhole cover up there. And above that is actually like a road. Nashi is doing his thing. Yo!
Yo. Yeah, our chat's a bit too full in my opinion, so I'm going this one.
Nice, nice.
I'm downloading the game now.
Awesome.
I just watched the video like before some load shedding happened, power going off for like a few hours.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
So yeah, I'm just downloading it now.
Nice. Phantom Dust, it's a really great game. Make sure you get the multiplayer pack. It's free. Once you buy the free pack, you just go back to there and it'll activate it.
I mean, it's literally free, so.
Nice.
I'm probably not gonna buy the 249 rand content pack.
Yeah, most likely. Joshua Marshall described. Thanks for the subscription, Joshua. I really appreciate it. We're gonna do something about that. Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube and Discord right now.
It's sort of impressive that you have an internet that can stream to 3 different services.
I'm trying. It's fun.
Like, no, I'm serious. It's very impressive that you have a streaming system like that can handle 3. I can hardly handle 1 on my computer.
I was just about to say that too. I think it has to do with your PC requirements. I have a RTX 3080 and I have
My
a 12, was it terabyte?
I
12
don't know the
terabytes
specific
on the
stats
hard
of my
drive.
computer. I don't know the specific stats of my computer. I don't know. I have a terabyte of space, I think, on my computer. Like, no, not terabytes. I have like 500 gigabytes
Oh,
at
nice.
least. And I've got enough RAM and like graphics that allows me to play like Borderlands free with very few frame drops.
Nice. As long as
But
you
it
can
still
keep that
causes
60
like,
plus, you're in there.
yeah, I mean, and this game is like, it's not like, it's like a really old game, right?
Yes.
Like
18
Xbox.
years.
So that's probably gonna work out perfectly for my computer.
Oh yeah.
My computer can handle like most games. My favorite games to play is like really uniquely animated video games, like say
Games with graphics.
DBFZ.
Yep. Mod the graphics in that too.
I don't play online often in DBFZ even if I've got a good internet because their servers suck.
They do. It's a lot of laggy fights, but fun fights. I used to play that as well. I actually opened it up, I think 2 nights ago, and was just experimenting with the graphics to see how I can make this game kind of look like how I did with Phantom Dust. And turns out I don't even have to do that. They have a whole, like, they already have mods where you can install the graphics on there, so it was pretty cool to see that. This version
Another
though,
game.
Dust City, we're
Another
actually
game
about
like,
to move to Midnight City. Okay, you're good. I'm just telling them what city we're going to next. Midnight.
Cool. Another game I love playing is Ultra Kill.
Ultra Kill. Is that the fighting game?
Ultra
Instinct? Ultra Kill.
It's a shooting game. It's a Doom, Devil May Cry kind of mix of a game.
Huh. I'll have to check that out.
Basically, one of the main ways to heal in this game is getting close to your enemies and drenching yourself in the enemy's blood. That's your main heal in the game.
Dang.
and yeah, you can punch your shotgun bullets.
Huh.
To make them explode.
Yeah, that's some Doom stuff for real then. That's exactly what they do in there. Oh, so
but like
Midnight City
it has like
Sky
insane movement and stuff.
is almost like a thunder.
I'm still downloading the game.
Oh, nice,
I'm still downloading the game.
Oh, he's just doing a showcase of his.
Yeah, I'm just chatting here because I can.
Nice. I have it open. Midnight City Sky it looks more like midnight. Like this right here gives me the feeling like a thunderstorm is about to happen type stuff, but more dark. Like this is the PM of this map, nighttime.
Man, I can't wait to play the game. It looks fun.
Oh, it is awesome.
I'm a fan of card games and stuff, you know.
So if you played Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic the Gathering, this is it.
No, but no,
or chess.
I have not played those games. But I've played Mega Man Battle Network.
Oh, okay, there you go. That has cards involved. Even the one on the Game Boy Advance.
I mean, they have quite similar like concepts. I mean, like how the card system works a little bit, like the defense cards and stuff, you know.
Yes.
And how it's like a card, it's like a game with like movement and stuff with its cards. I know they're very different, but like the how it works feels a bit familiar to me from what I see.
Nice. So you'll probably catch on to it real good too then. Right now,
I mean,
when it updates, when it installs and you play it, I would recommend going into campaign to just see their tutorial first, and then if you're more of a I want to jump straight into multiplayer type, you can always come to the lobbies. There's like tons of lobbies open. But if you do see me, I usually host a 3v1, so newcomers or people who used to play the game and they just want to like get that feel for the game. It's like I'll be your bot, your AI. So y'all can go ham, but I will still fight back, but not go overboard.
He will still win, trust.
After I see that y'all got the hang of it, then I'll start like doing the little stuff. Hold on real quick. Damn, that's way more pronounced. Like the neon lightning gives me sort of a cyberpunk feel. Yes, that's exactly what I was aiming for, because this city is more like a Tokyo. Like if you go to Tokyo, or you can even look up on Google, They got this going on. This theme, this is the feel I got from it. Yo, Blazy, question. I am all ears. I'm multitasking. I got like 3 chats going up, but yeah, I can respond to everybody. I can't type it though. Would it be possible to flip the stage 180 degrees? Yo, oh, actually, no, it wouldn't. The only reason it wouldn't, well, let me back up. It's probably possible, but because of the spawn points, the way they're coded on hard surface, and the characters do not have a anti-gravity from what I've seen. Only thing I've seen anti-gravity is debris. So you know how we can break debris, and I said debris. You know how we can break debris and it will literally float in one area for probably 10 seconds, disappear, and still linger for another 10 seconds. It's because there's no gravity on this map for I guess just for debris only. So if I was to flip the map, we'd probably spawn where we're supposed to, but we would drop immediately. So if I flip this whole map 180 degrees and it's facing upwards, then we'll just keep falling to the map. I am gonna try it though, cause that would be kind of cool. Cause if it does work, then that's dope. That'd be pretty dope. That would be, cause I think I know what you're talking about. This part right here, I should have brought Skywalk, so I can just float over here. This whole part, this whole long part, could probably be just a whole battle area right there. Like going from one end to the next and then have both sides going up. And then people can literally use skills like jump and levitate, and skywalk would be more useful because they can literally like fly upward. We don't really have that much to fly up considering I think it's 30 feet, 15 and 30 feet that we can go upward with those skills. It would make more aerial battles happen, in other words. So that would be kind of cool. Maybe the gravity is probably linked to the spawn point's orientation. I might have to include you on that mod session, cause you're getting at something like it might be possible the way you're describing it. No, I was thinking of top building, but now it'd be one of the ones you stand on. Top building? Hold on. Are you talking about? Let me go on top of this truck here. Are you talking about like this whole top part would be the thing that we stand on? Are you talking about that? The ceiling building. Okay. Oh, interesting. Maybe I misinterpreted the 180 degree. My angles are definitely off. So if you're saying like that by flipping, then that would actually be pretty cool. To have the ceiling on the bottom and the bottom on the ceiling, basically flipping the whole thing around and giving our spawn points the same would be pretty cool. That would also give just like another variation of city. That means there would be no more bridge to cross, no more falling down, no more trying to get past that bridge or this bridge, because we all know when we play on this bridge, and if there's one person, I believe, right in the middle of this, you can block the other person from getting by. In other words, if you're a jumper, and again, if you haven't played this game, this is probably, you know, weird to hear, but as a jumper, you'd have to like try to jump on the other side of the person because they can, stop you from getting up there with enough practice they can. Or a cartwheeler, that's who I play with most of the time. And I want to say 70% of the time it works, but that 25% it doesn't work, you're falling off. You can cartwheel past them and, make it up here. So, yeah, that would prevent that because these bridges are something else. So that's a cool thought. Can you please send that to me like in a message so I can add that to the list of things to do during the mod session? This map is Midnight City. So now we're going to go to the last version of City. So let's do that right now. There's Midnight City and wait a minute, was it Midnight City? Or was I on Dust City? I low-key forgot which city I was on. No, this is Midnight City. No, what would be super sick If the enviro could flip the map. Haha, that's too complicated. Bro, you about to make me go into a mod session right now. I feel like this game is weirdly more of a successor to Quake rather than MTG because of dodging and movement, especially the jumping. That's a good comparison too. But we finished City, so now what's next after City? I think Refinery. We're gonna go to Refinery, which would be Storm Refinery. So let me set that up. We are going to Storm Refinery. And there we go. Oh, some great ideas, by the way.
Ah, man, I lost it. Wave 21. Yeah, man, the game's like 84% done now. 9.1.
Nice. You almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, when you load up your game too, watch the intro because if you let the game sit there for I think 30 seconds to 45 seconds, a demo will play, or not demo, an intro will play of the whole story mode. You know how animes are? Or this is how I watch anime. This is me personally. This is my preference. I will watch the opening before I watch the anime. If the opening looks sick, I'm watching the whole anime just like that.
Well, I know you're definitely a JoJo fan.
Yes.
You're doing it wrong. I'm doing it the other way around. I'm watching the opening once the anime is done because 90% of the openings just spoil half the fucking anime.
That's true. That is true. That's why you only watch the first season of the opening. If you watch anything past that, you messed up your knowledge of the whole thing. Like I watched a Naruto Shippuden opening, like number one, the first one, the rap Heroes Comeback, and I'm like, this is dope. I remember watching Naruto as a kid, and when I seen the opening, I was like, I'm about to watch the whole thing. Then I watched the whole thing, and I'm like, that was pretty good. And then I'll watch the rest of the opening, because when you binge watch, you're not about to sit through every opening, every episode. You're gonna hit skip and pick up where you last left off, or at least that's what I was doing. But we are on Refinery. Storm Refinery is what the title is called. It doesn't show it, but during multiplayer, it'll say that.
But yeah, like Ultra Kill is like a retro boomer shooter. Like that's that game I mentioned earlier. It's like a boomer shooter, you know.
Ultra Kill. Yo,
Yeah.
in my stream, I see I'm gonna let y'all know right now the Skybox is not like this. It's because I got Phantom Dust. Look, look. I got Phantom Dust in the background of my overlay on my stream. Cause before I put my game up, I had a translucent Phantom Dust there for my other layout. So I probably have to disable that right now. Cause I don't know if y'all can see that, but when I'm looking at my my Discord, it's showing the Phantom Dust logo right there. Can y'all see that? If not, then that's good. But if y'all can, then just know that that's actually not part of the Skybox. That'd be kind of interesting though. Okay, so we're on Storm Refinery. Especially the jumping. Oh yeah, we're on Storm Refinery, and there's been some changes on this map. I did oversaturate the crates, a lot of crates. The blue ones, there's actually a couple of different. Chroma key alert. Yes, that's what that is, the chroma key. The blue totes are a little saturated. Yeah, with the chroma key, we're seeing like a nasty... Let me see if I can change that real quick during the stream. Go to my stream. Let's see here. Chroma key. Right click? Oh, it's not right click. I got a lot going on this one thing. Game capture, the server, Discord server, image slideshow. Bro, there's so much. Mod session. Okay, I'll do this chroma key fix thing after this map. Because seeing Phantom Dust in this area is creepy. And the parts of the skybox that's supposed to flicker with the lightning, I think it's funnier with it than without. That should be one of the Easter eggs. All right, we're gonna call it Easter egg. Streamlab Easter egg. That's what that is right there. All right, I'll go back into the game then. That should be one of the Easter eggs. All right, so yeah, the crates have been saturated. They're dark bluer. Um, the blue was still there. You can see the blue in the original map. The
Alright, it's
barrels,
almost done now.
nice. The barrels are saturated as well. The orange tint is a little bit darker than the original. I think the original was actually a slight yellow, like that locker over there. The sky though.
And it's done. Let me launch this
Nice.
game.
All right. Make sure you see that opening, Phantom Dust opening. All barrels are some of them are different, not all. Like this one is red, that one's orange. That same red tint though.
Did the game crash? I opened it and it like stopped playing. Oh no, I just alt tabbed out of it and
Okay.
oh no, it's straight up crashing.
Make sure it's set to the same drive that your computer is, like the C drive. I mean, I have mine personally on my my D drive.
It is the same drive though.
Okay. Make it just super faded so when you have to look at it for a while, you have to look at it for a while to see it. Yeah, that would be cool. Maybe I need to do that. Then we can see like Phantom Dust. You can see Edgar and Anashi.
No, the game's straight up crashing on me.
5 followers, Prime viewers on. Bro, I hate it when bots get in and do that. Let me tap to Streamlabs and I hate that. I don't even know how to stop them from doing that. So click on them.
The game's crashing on me.
And then go to block. No, wait, I need to report first. Report. They are a bot scam.
You can try to Google if you can find a fix for the crash, but
bots
scam not that huge and online community stuff. So.
Trying to sell. Give me a second. Followers. And I am not interested. There we go. Block this user. Close. Sorry about that, guys.
I got to delete the game and reinstalled. I guess maybe it's run files.
Mod me. I'll block that shit when I see it. Ha. Nice. You might have to show me how to make the mod thing. Well, let me just click on it and see if that's possible. And I wasn't following.
I got to reinstall this freaking game again.
Oh, no. Maybe you don't have to reinstall it. Just
I already did.
Too late.
But like when I look it up, it says many of the problems with games launching happen because of improper installation, and my computer crashed.
Like during the installment? Oh, okay. Then yeah, you might have to.
So that makes perfect sense why it crashed.
Mod me, I'll block that shit when I see it. Alright, so Brandon, I'll have to go through the settings and figure out how to make you a mod in this, because that's not the first time a bot tried to pop up and be like, hey, buy some followers. Like, we don't do that shit. We prefer just our classic Phantom Dust, you know, our espers. Alright, so this is very vivid, as you can see. Very red. I tried to get a more rustic feel. It already looked rusty, like rust on the railing and the panel here. I think you can mod, you can /mod username them. Okay, let me try that real quick. Let me try that. I'm about to try a suggestion from Discord. Ship Toaster, aka Ship, said that I can mod. He said, I think you can mod /username them, so I'm about to try that right now. Mod / maybe I'll do an @ sign. Oh wow, I swear I did not know this was possible.
Alright, I'm gonna hop over and play a little bit. Let me know if you wanna do the 3v1s.
I got you, bro. I set up the 3v1 and after this. Oh, I know, man. It happens on a few people's. Another friend of mine had 3 pages worth of different bots trying to sell viewers. Yeah, they be tripping. But I think I just hit enter. Does that work? I don't know if this worked, but permitted time. Yo, hey ship. Oh, okay, cool. Ship toaster, that's you. I appreciate it. Use all up to select recent messages by or sent by this user. It did. Did it work? Well, Brennan, you'll know if it worked. I don't know if it works right now. I'm gonna keep the stream going real quick so we can get back into this. All right. There we go. All right, the light box right here got a little saturation to it. On the previous map or the original map, this was just all white blend. Put a little blue tint into it. You can see the rust on here. They're more orange, like a bronze rust. What else did I make? Oh yeah. So the lightning, I gave it a tiny light source. I don't know if y'all can see as I move my camera. I see almost like a lens flare coming from that too. All light sources have a tiny lens flare in it, just to give it like a, just to give it more, make it stand out more. That includes scales too. That way it can look like it's on. On the original, this was like a faded yellow, so I added saturation to that, included the light source. Let's see, what else changes did I make here? Oversaturated the panels, so they look more rusty. Yep, it worked. Thanks, right on, bro. Thank you. So now I'll let you handle all those bots. My Esper cybersecurity. I appreciate you, bro. All right, let's go ahead and hit this lift real quick. Get a good pan. Oh yeah, let's check out that helicopter back there. Also, the only reason it looks like that when I fly up is because I have first-person mode. Well, I've created first-person mode, and yeah. All right, so this helicopter was originally, you know, pale white. That dark spot, like this little dark part you see up here, that was like that. I made it a little bit darker. I added saturation to the red. I put in some other color tints in there so it can just look, it'll just stand out basically. And I honestly did not know about these wheels until I went to this map. I honestly did not know it was a pair of wheels right there. I remember it was one right there, but I didn't know it was right here. I don't know if this is map specific, but we'll see when we go to other maps. There's still a reflective panel on the glass, just a little bit. You can see it a little bit. I think the last thing we need to check out here is the crane. And then when we go to the next version of City, we'll just fly through it. Like, it won't be detail oriented. Oh, wait. Forgot the lights. These have a little light source in it. You can almost see it now. Like, as I move, you'll see the light. You'll see like a shimmer off of the light. In the original version of this map, it was just all white. The inside of it was white, indicating that the light is on, but there was no flicker or no, you know, it didn't look like this. And again, the art style of the game, the way it was set in, was meant to be exactly how it's supposed to be. This is just my, you know, my version of it. Yo.
It reinstalled within 5 seconds, with somehow the installation being at like 516 megabytes per second.
Nice. So it basically just picked up where it left off before the crash.
Yeah, that was weird.
Nice. Now this
yeah,
helicopter
I'm in the game now, I guess.
Awesome.
Oh wait, it's logging me in now.
So it should do it like a sync with your cloud, and then you have to sign in through your Xbox Live, and you set that up. It's a quick process. Then after that, well, at least it happens to me on a PC. It's a quick process. Then after that, you'll be good to go.
I'm already logged in on my PC since this is a pre-built Windows 10 PC.
Oh, nice.
My grandma got it for me.
Shouts out to the grandma.
Yeah.
This game is it. It is worth it. All right, we didn't check out this whole city, the original city. I honestly feel like I should have
All
brought
right.
Skybox so I
So
can go up
so
there.
so I guess I created a new character name.
Yes, that account
All right.
you're able to create 3 accounts. Each account will have 16 arsenals on it. Well, that's the limit. But
Anyways, I'm just gonna
yeah.
make it the name of my YouTube channel.
Oh, nice. There you go. Okay, this is the last detail I forgot. I'm glad I went up here. I definitely put lights in
All
these.
right.
It already flickered on the other map.
So I guess I do the tutorial, right?
Yes, in campaign after the cutscenes, it'll do a tutorial. But I
Oh,
do
not how to
recommend
play,
seeing
which
the
sends me
opening.
to a non-existent website.
Oh no no no, that's well, okay. You could do that exact tutorial by going to help and support. It will actually send you to a
But
website.
send me to a dead site.
Yeah,
It
that
doesn't
dead link.
exist for some
So
reason.
what we've been doing is just streaming like our own version of the tutorial. In campaign, when you go into
All right.
the quest mode, it'll actually start up a
I'm just
tutorial to show you
I'm just
exactly.
trying to figure out um the controls for PC because I'm using a keyboard.
Okay, got you, got you. While you're doing that, I'm about to go ahead and switch maps. Um, so we just went through
For
Storm
some
Refinery.
reason, my mouse works. Oh, my mouse is the A. My mouse
You have to go
M1 is
to
the E.
settings and set your options like your control. They have some set for mouse keybinds that's by default, and they're not ideal because nobody has thumbs and fingers that stretch all the way over to a different area of the keyboard. So you might have to keybind your stuff, or if you have a controller plugged in, it'll automatically register the controller and you can play on your controller as well.
Anyways, actually, I'm fine with my mouse and my keyboard. I'm very used to this.
Nice. Okay, okay. Nice, nice.
I mean, it's working, I guess.
By the way, stream, we are now going to Sunset Refinery. I'm setting it up right now, and everything's set. All right, here we go. Oh, whoops, sorry. Whoops, got Refinery.
The music's pretty good already.
Also, if that music gets, a little crazy, because it does change at times, you can go to the sound settings and lower it too. But for the sake of this video and everybody's eardrums, I turn mine all the way down because during battle, most of the veterans do that. It's just pretty optional. Everybody has their own taste, but it helps me play because I want to be able to hear. You'll be able to tell exactly what skill is being used based on the sound. For as an example, we'll use Pokemon games, right? Every Pokemon has a cry. If you played it, or for streamers who's watching, that's a global game. Like everybody's at some time.
Pokemon cries are admittedly some of the loudest shit on earth.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So if you played the original red,
I
blue, and green and
actually have
yellow, then you know probably all 151 Pokemon based off their cry. Like it's something like that in this case scenario. So when you hear a skill, if you hear a Rian, if you hear a Fireball, if you hear like any of these skills, swords, like you'll know it and you'll get that instinct like, okay, I'm about to
It's
dodge this.
basically. I'm really surprised this game didn't ever make it to the US until like 6 months later for like $20. But this game already looks quite good graphically.
Oh, so the graphics you're looking at on my end are the modded graphics, but when you open up the game, you'll see the original graphics versus what I'm showcasing now.
Oh, I'm not watching the stream. I'm just listening
Okay.
to you.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
All right, so.
But even then, for an Xbox game that came out like 14 years ago, looks pretty good.
Yeah, it still holds up. It still holds
Yeah,
up.
I'm
I really
just
like this.
a little lost. At least escape for me is the pause button, so I can figure stuff like that out very easily.
All right, so Sunset Refinery has a lot going on. As y'all can see in the Skybox, the previous one, or actually, if y'all playing and y'all put y'all game up like right next to mine and do like a comparison, y'all can see exactly the changes I've made. But I have to make a video on that like later on. It's gonna take a while because this 4K rendering is gigabytes, and YouTube takes a while to upload it. But there's purple, dark blue, light blue, and black All that color source is in this skybox right here. On the previous one, it only had two color sources, which was gray and like a really faded dark blue. And as for the sky, that's still part of the skybox. They actually had, from what I'm looking at or what I saw, there was a light source in here. Um, it was more of a sunset. Like theirs look real like a sunset. Mine is just more saturated, like a nuclear explosion is going off in the background of the water. And again, this is just my taste. I probably could have just kept what they had and maybe saturated it just a tiny bit.
I'm a little lost on what I should do.
As
I'm looking. I'm in the essential. I'm in the starting area, and I'm just looking around and trying to find which door I should go for. Or you know what I should do to get free here. I read all the dialogue, but I'm sometimes absolute garbage at following directions.
So what I would do, since this is your first time in the campaign, is literally talk to everybody. The game doesn't give you a waypoint. The guide that it was supposed to take us to, but you know the link is dead now. That guide actually had not a tutorial, just a walkthrough on who you should talk to and stuff like that. Tactical nuke incoming. Ha! That's exactly what that looks like, a tactical nuke. You can see the circle part where the sun should have been. Yep, that's a nuke. If y'all play Call of Duty and y'all played that map, the Nuke Town, that's what happened to this map. But you might have to literally just talk to everybody. It's kind of hard to find everybody, which forces you to literally roam and explore the place. Not as intended, but that's what we have to go through now because the link is dead.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of forced us to adapt, but that's what we've been doing
Oh wait,
this whole
why did I
time.
think that was? Why did I think I was being blocked off by an invisible wall when talking to another character? So I can go to the atrium. You know?
Yeah, it kind of looks like that too. Like a player will stand in your way. Sometimes they move too.
I'll be back.
Okay. This kind of looks like Rust from Modern Warfare 2. Yo, I
I was
didn't even
just
think of that
closing my door.
comparison. It does look like that.
I have a dog in my room, and sometimes he opens the door. So I just close the door and open it.
I had
Close
to do
door
the
again
same
and
thing. I got a cat that's like a ninja who will pop up anywhere and everywhere and move at high speeds. So I had to close my door before the stream.
Oh yeah, my no, like I close my door and then the dog just decides, you know what?
I'm gonna open it
Those
anyway.
doors are meant to be opened.
Yep.
Comes in and lies on my couch. There's literally nothing I can do about it at that point.
See, I still got the light source here, but it's more yellow tint than white in this map. Look at that bluish tint. Ah, awesome.
Man, I can't wait to try out the combat.
It's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure I'll do a campaign run. I know Nick had already started his. Make sure y'all tune in on Nick Robinson's YouTube channel. He also has a campaign run as well. And he already got it pre-set up, which is awesome.
I watched his most recent video and I was like, this game is not. I was not released until like I didn't even heard of it, and it's surprising. I thought this would be like those gems that the internet called classics. You know what I mean?
Oh yes. And we are
I
definitely
thought it'd
a
be
cult.
that, but instead the game just isn't that.
All right, we are moving on from the Rust from Modern Warfare 2 version of Refinery, because that's where it does look like it. All right, let's move on
All right,
to.
I'm exploring the bar area now. I'm just going everywhere.
Nice. Make sure you talk to people if they're in the bar too. Talk to every esper that you
I
see.
talked to like 2 to 3 people, and I still haven't found out where I need to go yet.
Okay. We're now moving on to Acid Refinery. So you can expect some metallic and some green, if I recall.
Yeah, I went to the clinic area and just.
Did you
My
watch the
word, this
cutscene?
I did, yeah, but I'm
Okay.
still confused.
Gotcha.
that now that I know that I could walk past what looks like invisible walls when there absolutely isn't. Like seriously, this one character just stands in front and it actually makes it look like an invisible wall is behind her.
Alright,
You
I
know?
couldn't wait to showcase this map. Alright. This is actually one of my most favorite maps. I'll tell you the reason in a second. But on the original, the sea is like a faded dark purple. Like the sea looks like it's been poisoned, right? And the sky had let me if I can recall, it had three color sources. It had gray, black, and dark blue. So I kind of
I'm gonna do that.
just changed not all the grades. As you see, there's still some left over. It was actually a lot of work trying to hit every gray. Cause look at this. There are so many different shades of gray. I still categorized it as just gray, but I guess it kind of looks. It gives it its own feel for it. Not hitting every gray color has an effect, as you can see. But yeah, this map right here has a bloody ominous to it. And the reason I kind of made it this color is because there's a specific boss fight on this map that looks amazing with this. And again, I'm trying to give my campaign more of a cinematic feel, not only for the boss quest on the campaign, but also for the campaign that I'm creating, because it's going to be some. I'm just give y'all a spoiler right now. It's gonna be a BR match on this map. It's gonna be you versus three other people who are gonna be kind of OP, all fighting each other, and you're gonna be the last man standing. You're gonna need to win, and this map goes perfect with it. Like the Skybox, it's freaking awesome. I love it. But it's okay for me to make it this saturated because we'll never be that close to for everything to get all blurified and you can't see on your screen like the recent YouTube. I watched that YouTube and I was just like, oh, I could have did a lot better than that when hooking these graphics up. But yeah. So let's just run through here. Look at that. Look at that light source right there. That is awesome. There is a light source on the previous map too. It looks like that. Like the light is actually on. You can see the shadow coming from it. The reason I have it like this is because I want them to actually be able to see the definition in the shadow and the light too. Like that little lens flare. I'm gonna slowly move. See that? That's lens flare. It's awesome. Oh, I gotta showcase the character models too. That'll be in a whole nother stream another day. Everything looks pretty good. Nice and dark. Let's go underground. Still got our light source. If you can make custom bosses, I know it's a long shot, but you can make a boss that can do shadow clone juices type stuff and like turn into a bunch of weaker versions of themselves. That's in theory, just based off of what you said, the only way I could probably pull something like that off, and this is a spoiler for anybody who's played, so you might want to cover your ears for a good 30 seconds. I'll let y'all do your own countdown. 3, 2, 1. Spoiler. Close your ears type stuff. The boss and Panorama shoots out those little monsters. If I can somehow change those into copies of the actual sprite of, say, Freya, and then have like a Freya in the background fighting, but there's many Freyas, just like running around, then that could be possible. But I have to experiment with that. That's a good idea. That's real creative. That would make an insane boss fight to have a boss that splits itself up and then all type of stuff going on. Weaker versions, yes. Have each one have like 5 health, and then a main boss have like 35, something like that. So that's a good idea. That is a good idea. The type of bosses that I'm creating are just the same, like character sprites, and then I just make them a little OP, give them OP moves. Obviously, skills that are meant for campaign and not multiplayer use. I'm also working on the monsters too, but I'm starting off with the espers first, just because they're awesome. Because all these monsters, they need to be tweaked. They need a better version. Because if you switch to the monsters in multiplayer mode, which you all can do by pressing X, it'll toggle monsters. You won't be able to see a picture of them, but when you pick them, their icon will show up. They need a lot of tweaking. They kind of suck. They're like, if you pick a monster, you're playing with a handicap. They're slow. They can't dodge as often, and yeah, it's those main two reasons. But alright, this place has been Acid Refinery, and we are going to move on to Memory Lane. Let's just jump off here. Alright, Memory Lane coming up. So let's see, which version of Memory Lane? Twilight Lane. Okay, we'll start off at Twilight Lane first. Everything is set. Alright. Okay. Let's go ahead and stare right up at the sky. Now this is the type of saturation that I was dealing with on the ruins. Let me go up top real quick. I think this map was the one that was oversaturated a little bit. Yeah, cause see, okay, so how do I start this off? On the original version of Lane, the sky was, I think, it was dark purple. It was like a faded dark purple from this end, and then to this end, it would get like dark grayish or a faded gray. I completely changed that. I made it. I was trying to go for pink. Hold on, let me get it better. Let me go across the map. You see some of the purple back there. Let me go over here. So, this kind of looks like Shin Megami Tensei game now. Yeah, I got a good output on this. I think I'd be too hard on myself when I'd be like trying to make these mods, but it kind of does look like that. It kind of does. It really does. But there go the ruins. You can see that in the distance. That's actually Sign. Sign is a floating map, and across from it is Memory Lane. But I tried to give it like a pink, and this was the outcome. Because of the light source and the saturation, it turned out to be like a hot pink reddish. More red though, more red orangish. And there is a light source in the skybox as usual. But I wanted to give it a darker feel to it. Sorry, excuse me. I did increase the shadows for the textures on this map quite a bit. This part is actually pretty dark. Tried to give it a horror feel to it. Because when on my campaign, there's a lot of stuff that's going on this map. And I wanted it to look like that. So also when I stream my tags, like when me and the vets play and all that, and I stream tags, we play on these maps, and you'll see the difference it make versus when I play on multiplayer. It looks dope. I like the cinematic feel I've tried to give to it. This is more horrific though. It looks more of like a horror map. Dead tree looks, you know, kind of creepy. Textures on the ground. This texture was less sharpened. I sharpened this texture up a bit. Just trying to look for the specific stuff that I worked on. Bro, he popped out of nowhere. Yep. That used to be completely gray, the circle part of the sign. Not the back plate, but the front plate. It's now red. Now it's reflective off whatever the sky map is, and the sky map is red, pinkish. Ultimately, I want to take off this barrier and let the map expand as it should, because in some other videos and mod tests that I did when I took the barriers off, you can literally walk across that whole street down there. Like it travels. It literally travels. And it would be cool to have that part. But you know, we have buildings in the way, so it kind of defeats the purpose of that. The light source is definitely kicking in over here. I wanted to make these stairs happen. There's a barrier right here, and I really kind of want to make this happen. I might have to do another video of me going outside of the maps and just taking the barriers off. I want to make this a hard surface, because some parts that look like this is that there's no code for a surface right there, but it's there, so it's like phasable. The character ID can literally walk through it. And I want to make that hard, so yeah. Going off from every rooftop here. We got a dark themed city here. Like everything just looks like a horror town. Even though this is Lane, and you know, the campaign, some horrific stuff goes on. If you dig deep and read all of the, what are they called, memory boxes, you really get a feel for how the maps are, along with the characters too. It's like an expansion of the map, yes, because that map actually goes farther. Me and Forixium, he's also been in my mod session. It's a few people I recruit with these mod sessions with their knowledge and their output and intake on this. In other words, people who I trust not to, you know, like go crazy with mod as in hacking the game. Like their objective isn't anywhere on that level. If anything, they want new content, visuals, all that good stuff like I want. So for Rixium, me and him did mod sessions on this level too, and he's seen how far this map really goes. And yeah, like you can put capsules out there. Like there's a skill called Call that lets you literally place your capsules in different spots. And if you have retreat, you can still retreat back to that capsule. So imagine putting Call to put your capsules out here, and you know, just all over the place, because Lane is pretty big. This is a big map. This is a big map. It's close quarters, perfect for jumpers, because they can jump and hide everywhere and just literally put cartwheelers at bay, because cartwheelers have to take the long route. Yeah, there wasn't really any major changes to Lane that I did, except for shadows. I increased the shadows in most of the corners of the map. Like this shadow, this corner right here. Get up there. You can't get up there? Alright, hold on. I've got up there before, I swear. Alright, I guess that's the alternative. You have to take the lift just to get in this space right here. But most of the shadows are really strong. But you'll see the difference in the other variations of this map. So I'm just really going along the bottom floor corners of the map so y'all can see the shadow. Like a doghouse or a little gate fence that leaves up. Actually, there is a doghouse on here. And that is right down here where he's running. No, nope, sorry. There's not. It's right here. It's over here somewhere. Or not. Which corner is it in? Okay, it's this corner over here. Bro, I know there's a doghouse over here. Oh, here it is. It's really small, but there it is. There's a little doghouse. Alright, so we went through... which part of Lane? This was Twilight. We went through Twilight Lane. Now we're about to run through the variations, so there won't be explanation in detail. Yes, there's another light source. All light sources have, you know, a light source to make it look like that. If I jump towards it, you can see there's a tiny bit of lens flare in it. As you get through, it looks like it gets way brighter. On the previous map, it's just one solid color. It's like a bright yellow, but they look like they have a tiny light source in it as well. It's like especially the map. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the next version of Lane. And let's check the list. The next version of Lane is Silent Lane. I think that's one of my favorites too. I got a lot of favorite maps on there. Just the look and feel of it. Alright, we are set. Here we go with the blue shade. I took a picture of this in my Discord too when I was working on the one for the campaign, because it actually has more of a mystic feel. I put fog in this map on the campaign, my campaign version. I'm also going to showcase those at some point in time. What was that? Thought I just seen something on the roof. Oh, it's just a nail or something. But yeah, this has more of a bluish tint to it. The original version of Silent Lane is more it's like pale light colors. They're more gray than blue. And I remember the sky was gray, like light gray, dark gray. I just added blue to it because it looks cool. And I wanted the blue to overcast on all the buildings because the light source reflects it on there. So in other words, what was now gray and white is now like bluish white. As of course, all the boxes are saturated. Some of the boxes on here are actually from Palace, but the assets are used in different parts of the map, so that's pretty cool. Just gonna run through this map. Silent Lane, more like Silent Hill. Yeah. The horror parts of the map are all lanes. That's what it feels like. Silent Hill, Silent Lane. Probably should rename it. Look at the smoothness on this roof. Like it just got a whole new roof put in. That is nice. That is some nice, that's some nice roof right there. And we can kind of still see the ruins in the background. You can still see it just a little bit. Alright, we're gonna drop down, do a lap, and then we'll go to the next version of this map. Alright, moving on to the next version. Alright, this is Silent Lane. We are now going to... Wait, that wasn't the last version of Lane, was it? We did Twilight Lane, Silent Lane. Huh. I think there was only 2 versions of Lane. Or am I misleading myself? Wow, I guess there's only 2 versions of Lane. I thought there was a third. All right, so now we are moving on to the ruins. We're moving on to scene. We're moving on to that place. All right, go ahead and make the change now. We're almost done with this, and then I'll probably I'll probably close the stream, and then switch to the 3v1s. Oh no, I'm gonna switch to the credits for probably like 30 minutes, and then I'll switch to the 3v1s so newcomers can get that experience in. All right, we have made our change. Ah, crap. Here we go with the vividness. This is what I was trying to fix. Gotta go back and redo this. Ah, man, just when I thought I fixed it. Okay, so I guess I won't be able to showcase this map because this is what I was dealing with earlier, and I guess I'm still dealing with it. I thought I fixed it completely. Maybe I made one too many changes and it affected this map too, because the sky is completely overflowed with red. Like the light source even covers up the capsule count, and like it covers up everything. I can't even show you. Probably could try to fix it like on stream, but yeah, it would be too much to try to fix. Nuke incoming. This kind of looks like Rust 2. You can make customized. Oh, I already seen that one. Oh, it just looked like one huge text for a second. Oh, no. It's because I can't see the red name on there because of the freaking map. Oh, that's insane. I got to go, but this is sick. I'll be back when you're doing the 3v1s. Nice. I might be doing the 3v1s pretty soon because this was actually the last map that I was gonna showcase, but nice. But that was the outcome. The bloody red was just terrible. I guess I can do a. I'm gonna do a bonus map. Those of you who've played through the campaign know this map. This is a map you'll only see during the campaign. And I'm about to showcase it. Okay, I got it. I know how to do this. Let me see here. Because it is on Sonic. It was a different version of Sonic. So, here we go. This map is something newcomers won't see in multiplayer. If y'all know this map, y'all know. If you know, you know. Type stuff without spoiling anything. If you know, you know. This map, I programmed the AI just to stand there because he be doing the most. He be running everywhere. But I guess this is another way. This is another way to check out what I did to the, the model of the character. His outline. This is a little bit better. Saturation on his jacket and stuff is pretty cool too. You know what? I'll probably showcase the character models this way on this specific map, and then I'll just program them to stay still. So I can just do this, get up close. Take his nameplate off. Oh yeah, this map falls. I forgot. So it does shake once it starts falling. that's the type of oh, it fell off just as I was going to it. That's the type of skybox, the same one from the previous map we went to. So when I make changes, I'll literally just go here and then, you know, try to get this. I might just have to take the light source off for the background. I think that's what I have to do. That way it can be red, but the vivid and oversaturation won't pop. Like the lens flare won't mix with it. It won't look all blurry. I'll probably just have to do that. I think that's the only way. Alright, and we went over all the stages. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it, Espers. Thanks for the subscriptions. Thanks for the follows. It was pretty cool. Right now, I'm about to set up 3v1s and credits for newcomers who need credits to buy more skills. So I'll switch over to Discord and stop streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Look forward to it. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you the credits. Yeah, lots of credits. Also, when you guys fight people or verse people, we don't really care about rating too much anymore because rating fluctuates. So one person can be at 1800 and then the next day they might be at 1500. The next day they might be at 17. Then the next day they might be at 1200. Like it's all a game. We're all just happy to have a lot of players now. I think it's less what's the word I want to use for it? It's still competitive. Not gonna lie about that, but the vets won't be too brutal. As put, you know, we're all trying to teach everybody how to you know, get this going. But yeah, appreciate y'all watching. I'm about to close stream, and until next time, credits and 3v1s coming up soon. Thanks for watching.